We've just found out today that there's a new trailer for Dune 3, Dune Messiah. So how about we take a little look at it? Now, I'm going to have to pause frequently with this because, man, they are just itching to copyright claim this, but I'll do my best because, most of the people on this open bar, you guys have seen the first two Dune movies. I like them. They're not always the most emotionally accessible movies ever, but they do justice to the books. So I'm kind of interested to see where it's going to go with Dune 3. But let's take a look. There's Zendaya doing that amazing acting. I can't get away from fucking Zendaya.
That's what I thought you were going to bring up instead of The Fugitive. I thought you were going to go right into this trailer.
This is the thing.
I'm just watch the Spider-Man trailer next if you want.
Yeah, I'm picking random projects that Hollywood are putting out right now, and it's all Zendaya. I can't get
Tom
away
Holland
from this
and Zendaya and John Bernthal are in Spider-Man.
Oh, and she's also don't you have Pattinson in Dune 3 as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
the one thing I'll say about this, having watched the trailer, is Zendaya is playing a very different Chani from the one that we got in the books.
Yes.
Who was 100% bought into Paul's crusade, wanted him to just go out and kill fucking everything, and wanted him to become a living god, the Messiah that was going to deliver Arrakis from the rest of the universe. In this, she is portrayed as the girl boss who's trying to talk sense into him, and I worry that the movie is going to be basically Chani was right the whole time, and Paul needs to bow to her wisdom because that's what they're setting up here.
It's so Chani is the biggest change from the books. There's no doubt, and the way that they left in Dune Part 2, it makes me wonder how you come back from that, right? Like, how do you get to the point where Chani's back in his life in some way, shape, or form? Is it because he knows that maybe she might be pregnant right now and has to and goes and gets her back almost against her will? I don't know. Now, the reason Denis Villeneuve said he made some of the changes to Chani's character was to get across to the audience that you shouldn't necessarily just be rooting on Paul Atreides and what's going on, which is kind of true. If you know the book and you know what's going to happen and what's and to be fair, all the reactions I fucking saw to Dune Part 2 and Dune in general were just like, oh man, he's so badass and he's awesome. It's like, well, yeah, but you know what's going to happen, right? You realize that this is going to millions and millions and millions of people are going to die because of this, right? And it kind of goes over people's heads. So clearly that didn't work. But my main issue is her not standing by him in the moment, not so much her doubting him throughout the process.
Yeah, but in the book she didn't. She bowed. Sorry.
Correct.
Yeah, I was going to make the exact point you were making. Like in the books, I hate to say it, she's kind of not that important a character. Like she kind of just supports everything he does and just goes along with it. She is not like a character with a huge amount of agency of her own. Or if it is, it's all directed towards supporting him. And so I could see why modern Hollywood has a problem with that. It's like, no, she has to be the moral center of the movie now and be proven right.
Is this not an issue with the original book, though, that a lot of people, it is supposed to be a warning against charismatic, but most people read it and think Paul's the hero and there is no warning? Like it didn't get what he wanted across?
You would only get that if you read the subsequent books, because if you read the first Dune, you would just see him as the hero who takes back what's his and gets revenge for the death of his family and all that stuff. It's only in the subsequent books that you see what he ultimately becomes. He becomes the monster that he was fighting against ultimately.
And it's going to be weird to see what they do with Dune Messiah, because Dune Messiah is like Paul with all this fucking power and all these things that have happened. And just about every other person from every faction conspiring to bring him down in a bunch of different ways. And I've always wondered, like, I don't think Dune is very accessible. I don't think the books are very accessible. No. I'm shocked that the movies have performed as well as they have to some extent. I really don't know what's going to happen with Dune, with an adaptation of Dune Messiah, because it shouldn't end pretty.
What about God Emperor? They said they're going to continue with it.
That ain't
I mean, yeah, because like it gets fucking wild once you
or
get
it won't
past
be Denis.
No, he's not doing it. He said he's not.
Yeah. Because like the first two movies like tell the entire story of the first Dune novel, and it's a fairly complete narrative. And I think a lot of people might just be of the mindset, right, we're done. Like, we got to the end of this. I'm not really interested in seeing where it goes next. It will be interesting to see how well it performs or how much anticipation it is. But Chani would never say that.
No, she loved him because Herbert, if I remember correctly, that he viewed Chani as like his wife. She represented his wife, like supporting him.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, I remember seeing she was almost more like fervent than him. She almost pushes him along this path in the books.
I remember Denis saying he changed that so someone was pushing back against his narrative. So he had some form of resistance, and then there's like she's not much of a character, like you said. So,
but to be fair, that is her character. Like, people might not think she's much of a, but that was her character. It was as a lover, as a potential mother, as a supporter, like, and she supported Paul, and that is her character. They have changed that definitively. Now, do you need a character to get outside of Paul's head and to have an external force that's hammering home some of these counterpoints to what Paul is doing and the lies he's telling and what he's embracing? Do you maybe need that in a film format? Maybe. And they chose Chani to do it. I don't know if that's the right decision because of everything that should happen with them together. And how does this make sense? I don't know. But it's a perfectly valid thing to complain about, because even if you don't think she's much of a character in the books, this was her character in the books. It was as a steadfast supporter of Paul.
Which is like Stilgar's the opposite, right? He's the one that's fucking super on board with it and his like sycophant.
Let's go.
He's basically like Life of Brian, like Monty Python's Life of Brian in this. Like, whatever Paul does or doesn't do, he's like, that's exactly what Mao Dib would do.
I loved all of what he did with that, which is, he is so wise.
It's just Lobo.
Chance.
The Golub.
It's after seeing so many movies where Jason Momoa is just playing a goofy fucking muscly guy who's a bit of a dick. It's really funny to watch him like trying to be serious in something.
I hope he brings it.
When you shave his beard off, right? He loses his power. He doesn't have the gravitas anymore.
I liked him as Duncan in the first movie.
That works for most men.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is he different in this one? Like, I don't want to spoil it because I know how he comes back. But should he be playing it differently or kind of the same and maybe confused?
He's a Golub.
He should be clone at this point.
Yeah.
Well, he is. Yeah.
So he should be playing it the same, but unknown whether his motives would be the same as the original Duncan.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
And for people who are not familiar with this, Paul just has clones of Duncan that he keeps bringing back as his friend and just forces them to live with him for generation after generation, and it's actually kind of horrifying. But
I think it's the only character that makes it till the end of the series books, all the books.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your thoughts?
There's Florence Pugh Pugh.
I'm telling you, so far I'm sold. Though I would watch it.
I will.
The first two, even though they're not perfect adaptations of the books, I really enjoyed the first two movies.
Not bad.
As a fan of the books, even though it's an adaptation, certainly some changes are made. I really enjoyed them. And in fact, probably two of my favorite theatrical experiences over the past 5 years were the first two Dune movies. Just because I feel like it's between the music, the score, like the shots, the cinematography. To me, this is like something I will absolutely 100% show up in a theater in the biggest screen I can to watch.
It's a movie.
It is.
Yeah,
like not streaming shit.
Well, it's hard sci-fi, which I do really appreciate.
Same.
And it's it's not trying to dumb it down. It's not trying to like appeal to a broad swathe of the audience or anything like that. Like this is unapologetically a hard sci-fi movie with very complex themes at play, and it does a really good job with it.
And accessible. Like I tried to watch the Lynch one as a kid. I was like, this is way too fucking weird with the Baron and all that. But this one is, I was finally able to get into it.
At least when I miss. I like Scott as Harkonnen, but he's out.
The thing is, the Lynch movie I think is more accurate to what Harkonnen is like than the Villeneuve movie, but the Villeneuve movie is definitely better overall. You know,
but he doesn't get hit with the Pattinson fatigue because he's actually a good actor.
Plays a different fucking character.
He does something different. And he sounds different. Yeah,
because he can act.
He can act.
Crazy, but it works.
And that is a Guild Navigator sarcophagus there. That we're seeing.
Wait, I thought the Navigators were huge. Like they had to be in like big tanks that could only be on board the ships. Am I wrong there?
No I thought this Pattinson was from the people who brought Duncan.
Yeah, I thought that was Duncan in there for some reason.
Yeah, because they're the one who give him they're the one who give Paul a gift, not knowing that they've programmed Duncan to assassinate him, and then he breaks his programming because of his.
Well, don't spoil it there, George.
Well, it's in the book. It's in the book. It's been around for 45 years. Well, go read the fucking book.
I just saw people saying confirmed Guild Navigator sarcophagus.
Well, different than from the book.
It's just based off what Dune fans are saying on Twitter.
Gotcha.
I was going from my experience with the books. I thought the Navigators couldn't really leave the ships, but maybe that's me. Okay.
Who's that?
Yeah,
no clue.
A Democrat?
Elliot Page adjacent.
A wild guess.
Democrat.
Yeah, I hope we get decent flashbacks to the actual Jihad War, because I remember after the second was like, I was talking with Nerd Cookies and Chris, and I was like, I'm so excited to see some of that Jihad War. They're like, well, there's like a 15-year time jump, so it starts after the war. Like, son of a.
Some people are suggesting it's Florence Pugh minus her hair.
Oh, she's wearing a face mask thing.
It might be, actually. It does look a little bit like her facially.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, there's no nose ring, though, so, I can't recognize her without that. Fuck. Oh, she is actually acting there. Shit. I see a different face.
I don't think she's I don't think she's great. I don't think she's terrible. I think she's like a passable actress in most things. You know what I mean?
Really? You don't think she's wooden as hell?
I think it depends what she's doing.
Okay.
Even in roles like I think Euphoria is like a disgusting show in general. But
you watched that?
I have watched it. I've watched the first 2 seasons of Euphoria, and I think it's kind of a disgusting show in like a lot of ways.
I just watched the Sydney Sweeney supercut.
I was about to say, is that why you were watching?
No, that's not why. But I don't think she's the worst actress in the world. I don't think she deserves necessarily all these major roles, but I think it's a combination of she's competent enough. She's fucking multiracial. She doesn't say anything wrong. You know what I mean? I think that's why she keeps getting these jobs.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. I think the problem is, like, probably the biggest things I've seen her in have been the Spider-Man movies, and like, holy fuck, she's insufferable in them.
What about No Way Home? Like, I thought that was her genuine act when she's like crying at the end with Tom. Like, that's the most I've seen her actually act where I was buying it.
Yeah, that was the one time that I liked her MJ.
Maybe she can cry. That's it. That's the cry. She can cry. That's it. It's a special skill.
I mean, like crying on command, fine, okay.
She's a woman, but
wow. But like the first two, like I fucking hated her. I found her insufferable in every scene she was in the first 2 movies, and I was gritting my teeth to get through them because, that's not her fault. I think that's just the way she was directed. But like that forms your opinion of her acting abilities, and it's been really difficult to shake that. And it's not helped that every single picture I've seen of her from every movie has just been the same facial expression. So maybe it's just an unfortunate combination of circumstances. Yeah. I don't know. She is really front and center in this trailer, though.
See, that one looks like he went back for her in that scene, right? That he's back on Arrakis talking to her.
I just don't remember her being this prominent in the book. in the Messiah.
That's because she wasn't.
Yeah.
This is a modern reinterpretation.
Translates the same level of prominence in the movie than it does on the trailer, because that's not necessarily the case. But then again, maybe.
Trailers are made to judge, right? Like that's whether it's for the Odyssey, whether it's for Dune. Trailers are made for us to judge them, to want to make us go see the movie.
Of course,
And Chani very much is like supportive of Paul, and even at one point, it's like, should probably spend more time with Princess Irulan and probably, fuck her so you can have a kid with her.
Yeah,
like, that's what Chani does. That's what Chani does in the books.
She is fine with that, yeah, because she understands the politics that are at play there, and like it goes way beyond our 21st century conceptions of fidelity, which are kind of fucking outmoded at this point anyway, because modern Hollywood and all that.
The fact that an argument from some people is why are you judging the movie based on the trailer is.
I think
that's depends, what they're for.
Yeah, of course, but I think it depends. It's like we can judge the race swap from the trailer. I don't need to watch the entire movie to know that the race swap is completely out of place and inappropriate, and that's what we are judging. I haven't got a clue if the full movie is good. Of course, I can't judge the cinematography on the entire movie from a trailer, but I could totally judge the race swap.
They're missing the point as well. We're judging the trailer. Okay,
exactly.
So we always leave it open. Like every single one of us on this panel will leave open the possibility of I might hate this trailer, but the movie might be fantastic. Mm-hmm. We don't know.
Because ideally a trailer is supposed to convey tone and, at least a glimpse of what you're going to get.
Well, the first Dune 3 trailer sold me on it. Remember
that chant was great.
God, that chant. Yeah.
But he's back in action as well. He's not just there because he was kind of like Paul's plaything almost in the books. Now he's actually doing stuff again. Fair enough. It's all Zendaya stuff as well. Saving Private Zendaya. dude, where's my Zendaya?
It looks like it's going to have a fair amount of flashback stuff at different time periods.
Yeah.
Well, what I will say is the ultimate choice that Paul makes at the end of this story is very much impacted by Chani. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do if they're gonna keep that ending. To be honest with you, I have my doubts based on the trailer. But it's her with the ribbon in her hair again. So
can you go back 1 second? Were his eyes? I just wanted to see how they.
He's got those like weird burns.
Yeah, the burns. Oh, okay.
Nah, I don't think that's happened yet.
Oh,
I don't think we're at that point yet there because. Maybe you're right. Actually, there's a bit of scarring right there.
Could be. Yeah.
Sleep deprivation.
Well, just working in Hollywood. That's what it'll do to you.
Or having a baby.
Trying your damnedest to win that Best Actor and keep getting beat out for some reason.
Sorry. He said the thing about stage play, ballet, opera, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, he had to go through the humiliation ritual for that one.
They hated him for that.
He was right though.
Fucking crazy on him.
He kind of is right. Yeah, he's a dick about it, but he's right.
Wasn't he? I don't even think, if you watch the original clip, he wasn't even that much of a dick about it.
Yeah. It was like a lament of what might happen and what he's trying to stop.
And he made sure to say like absolute respect to all the artists doing it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Dune Part 3. It's happening.
I'm really looking forward to this.
When is it coming out? When is it coming out?
Same week Doomsday is, isn't it?
Let's see. Dune 3 release date is 18th of December.
Oh, wow.
I think it'll do better than Doomsday.
You do?
I do.
I don't think so.
Do you mean profit or raw numbers?
Raw numbers is what I thought. I think.
There's no way, dude.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
No.
I'm surprised.
I think it'd be almost impossible for a Dune movie to do $1 billion. Just period.
It's not accessible enough.
Yeah.
How much did the last one make? I don't remember.
50.
Yeah.
So it definitely did way better than the first one because it became much more of an event. 715 worldwide.
Yeah, so 715. I don't foresee it. I don't foresee it a world where a Dune movie makes $1 billion.